Hi, my name is Leenna. Welcome to a pick a card reading, and today we're going to be looking at 2 or 3, or maybe 3 or 4 clues to my future spouse. So it's one of my favorite kinds of pick a card readings, and I hope that you will enjoy it. So I've got 3 piles for you. The first pile has Moonstone. I don't know if you can see the sheen on it. And there's a little bit of a darker crystal attached there at the end. And then we have some cat's eye or tiger's eye. I think this is cat's eye, red cat's eye. And then we have Bornite, which has a lot of iron in it. So choose one of these. I'm going to be reading them in the order of 1, 2, and 3. And let's see what we can find out about your future spouse. So if you chose option number 1, the Moonstone, let's see what it says. So we've got pay attention to the red flags, 2 of Earth reversed, the Hierophant, the Hangman, the Page of Pentacles. Sorry, I'm still getting used to having a camera. I normally just do audio readings. The Bridge, the Magnifying Glass, and Secrets Reversed. So let's see. So this person feels very much like a Taurus or has a very strong earth energy. They could be a teacher. They could be someone who is still studying. Someone who may be of a different culture to you. Perhaps they have a different religion or a different structure that they are used to living in. Financially, they may still be working on themselves. They could be studying if they're not teaching. Sometimes they're very stern, sometimes they're very playful, and it's difficult for you to know which way they're going to go in respect to whatever you're thinking. So they could have a bit of a temper, even though I'm not seeing the usual cards. But sometimes Taurians can be set off by the strangest things, especially if everything's building up, and then they might have a bit of a temper. The Hangman might be that they're feeling a little bit stuck, or they change your perspective in life. It could be that they are changing their religion or changing their spiritual beliefs in some way when you meet them or while you meet them. I feel they're very playful and mischievous at times, but again, it feels like it's a coming and going thing. So they may definitely be abroad or living abroad. They could be teaching abroad. They could also be from a different culture to you. They could wear glasses, or they could have very, very good eyesight. So it's either or on that one. But they like paying attention to the details. They like building bridges. So some of them might actually, for 1 or 2 of you, they might be in construction or building up their construction business, and that might be why there's a money flow problem. I feel they're very frustrated when you meet them, or they get very easily frustrated. So you need to ensure that, things are smooth around them, that everything is tranquil and easy when you're spending time with them. And then you've got secrets reversed. So they're very straightforward. They don't like secrets, and they will really be upset with you if they think you're keeping a secret from them. It could be even the smallest secret, but they want to know about it. I don't think... They're very straightforward. The strongest thing I'm getting about them is the sense of frustration that they might be feeling when you meet them or at the moment. And this may make them feel very challenging to be around when you first meet them. So physically, they could be wearing glasses, or they might wear sunglasses a lot, or have it about their person, like in their pocket or on their head. You know, they're never without glasses or sunglasses. They may have broad shoulders. They may speak more than one language. They could be Latin or speak Latin very well, any of the Latin-based languages. For some of you, they may be smaller build, almost childlike or petite. And for others of you, they could dress in a very traditional way, in a very a kind of uniform or other. This person may work for a religious institution or a government institution. And I feel that you need to help them be more playful, help them get rid of the frustration in their life. But let's see if I can find more clues to them. They may love traveling. They may speak a lot about traveling, but not actually travel for a long time. Again, because their finances or their stability is uppermost in their mind, it could be that they're trying to get through school or get a higher degree. And it may take them a very long time to do that, longer than they expected. And that could also be part of the frustration. But once they complete their studies, they're going to be longing to travel and longing to have fun. And they're very, very straightforward. They could also, physically, they're very strong. They, like I said, have broad shoulders. They might, like I said, also be working in construction. They have very strong arms and a back. And they have a very earthy sense of humor. So that's what I have for you if you chose number 1, the Moonstone. So let's look at if you chose option number 2, the Red Cat's Eye. So we've got Make the Effort, Ego, the Page of Swords, Cancer, the Chariot, the Knight of Cups, the Fish, the Clover, and Quarrel. So they're likely to be a Cancer or have very strong Cancer personality traits. They could fall in love very easily or be the first to make take the first step towards making the relationship work, or they always are willing to put in the effort. They could also have very, if they're not Cancer, they could also be Capricorn or have very strong Capricorn traits. They could be very jealous. They could be very materialistic. And there are times when they could suffer from depression as well. They've got a very sharp tongue. They're not always tactful, and they always want to go off and study something, and they might do so without, just on the spur of the moment, or what seems to be the spur of the moment for others. And a lot of the time it's got to do with an idea, or it's got to do with some kind of spiritual thing that they're seeking. They like to be romantic, but they very seldom show it. They could be very, very shy otherwise, or with other people, and they may feel socially awkward, so they don't like to go out much. Financially, they could be okay or quite well off, or very lucky with money. They might like to gamble a lot as well, which could be a bad thing, but generally it seems that they might come out making more than they lose, but it's still not the best trait that they have. And they could very easily quarrel with others to the point where it seems pointless, or they could be very touchy about certain subjects, very sensitive. and they're very, very stubborn. They do not want to give way in whatever it is. They very seldom say that they're sorry. So physically, I feel they might have a very strong brow, very heavy eyebrows. They may have a beautiful smile. They could dress very well, or they could wear materials that have a sheen to them, like whether it's gym wear or whether it's business attire. There's a bit of a sheen to them, or their clothes may be a little bit glittery or have sequins or that kind of thing. They may have green or hazel eyes. They could have reddish hair as well. When they set their chin, they set their chin. Okay, it will be very, very strong, very jawline. What else can I see about them? When they're younger, they're not very stable. They may keep changing where they are. They may move around a lot. They may quarrel with people and leave situations very quickly. But when it comes to love, they are more stable, maybe after the age of 22 or 34. But they're looking for, once you get married or once you agree to be together, then they expect it to be forever, and they would be very upset and very heartbroken if anything, if you guys broke off. So don't go into a relationship with them lightly, or don't get married without intending it to be a forever situation. What else can I find for them? This is very general reading, so I'm not picking up as many specifics as I usually do. They could have a very strong earth element as well. They could be a late Gemini or early Cancer, or a late Capricorn and an early Aquarius, that kind of area. And they may not be speaking to their family or to some members of their family. And this could go on for quite a while. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up if you chose option number 2, which was the cat's eye. So let's look at option number 3 if you chose the Bornite. I'm just going to leave it there. I know it's not the prettiest one, but I just absolutely love Bornite. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We've got romantic feelings, life experience, or the Tower, the 8 of Wands, the Page of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the Maze, the Letter, and Innovation. So your future spouse is very romantic and very passionate and very unpredictable. You really won't know what they'll be doing next to improve your romance or to move towards you, and they can be very mysterious, very they like making you guess, but they love you madly, and they don't make any they don't try to hide it. It's very obvious to everyone the way they feel about you. But they may find it difficult to communicate, and they may get very agitated when they can't find you or know that you're safe. They may put you on a pedestal. They're very good at writing and communicating, and they're very innovative in the sense of the ideas that they come up with are pretty unusual and very very progressive. In their life, they are very progressive. They could be inventing something, they could be creating something new or improving something to the extent that it's unrecognizable. They do have a lot of unpredictable changes in their life to overcome, but they have a lot of love for you. And I think that's the overwhelming message here. They take partnerships very seriously. They want to make life more fun. They're not always the best communicators. And it's very often that you might misunderstand them and get angry with them. And they may seem very immature, but they will always make up with you. They will always, you won't go angry with each other for too long. They won't allow it. They will say sorry even if it's not their fault. So physically, let's see what we can tell about them. They may be very tall, very elegant, have very long fingers, be very intellectual. They may like exploring unusual ideas. The way they think is very unusual, because it could be that first you're going one way on a topic and then they'll go on the other way, and then suddenly they'll be in some other place. And they talk a lot, and they talk very fast. They might like flying, or they might like traveling, or they're always on their phone. They have very strong water sign tendencies. But it's more in their emotions. It's not always obvious to others. What else can I tell you about them? They will put your relationship first. No matter what's going on, no matter how tumultuous the rest of their life is, they will put their relationship first, or the relationship with you first. And as they get older, they will get better at communicating with you. What else can I tell you about them? They may like taking notes or leaving you notes. They're a note taker. And they are very organized, even though things may seem very chaotic at times. It's there are a load of contradictions, actually. It's very difficult to get exactly what's going on with them, because there are a whole lot of contradictions, and the person that knows them best is you, because they love you. They're just crazy about you, and they will let you know, and that's the main thing. You seem to be the luckiest of the lot here. Yeah, so that's what I'm picking up for option number 3, which was the Bornite. So that's what I have for you today. If you would like more options, or to see if to find out more clues to your spouse, then you can always look at my Patreon, or you can look at my website, leenascreativebox.wordpress.com, where I also do monthly tarot scopes. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you something to think about, or clarified who your future spouse might be. And take care and have fun and keep the vibes high.